Peace, good morning, and welcome to Dictation. So, I got a question. Fellas, men, dictators, brothers, have you ever had a conversation with a woman, a serious conversation, and she gets mad at you, not for what you say, but for what she thinks you might mean? Think about that. I get that all the time. I get that a lot, especially if you get in high school, and what it is there's a thing that women do, some guys too, and it depends on what kind of a mental manipulator you are, because a lot of times if you deal with a lot of manipulation, you think that a lot of people are manipulating as well because you're on your guard from the manipulation that you do. So you're constantly on the lookout for any kind of manipulation that anybody else may do. Kind of like when somebody's cheating, they accuse their partner of cheating as well. It's not that they're cheating, the partner's cheating, it's just that you got the time to do it and not get caught. So that means that they also have the time to do it and not get caught. Because while you're cheating and not talking to them, they're not talking to you and could be cheating. And so it's really the guilt that you have that's fucking with you. But now back to women, and they're getting mad at the shit you might mean based on what you say. That's thought policing. Which is also why you can't ask them questions. You ask them questions, they get angry. I was at work yesterday, and the chick asks me, she comes up to me bringing me an item and asks me, should I put it there? There as opposed to where? So my first question is, well, if you weren't going to put it there, what's the alternative? Where else would you put it? So I asked her. I said, well, where else would you put it? And rather than answer my question, she didn't hear my question. She got into where she thought I was going with it, and got mad at me and just tell me where you wanted to go. Just tell me where you wanted to go. That's what I'm asking you. But you're asking me like it's a multiple choice, and I'm curious as to what the other choices might be. That's all. I will answer the question. Kind of like the woman who was sitting outside while the water was running, and then when I go outside to take out some trash, she asked me to shut off the water. The water that I didn't know was running the whole time that she was sitting there. The water that she could have turned off her damn self. So what happened? I said, yes, I'll turn off the water, but can I ask you a question? She said, sure, what? Why can't you do it? Now, I understand. I'm 44. I understand if this bitch was 60, okay? She'd be my elder, You know what I'm saying? But she's 43. She's younger than me. She's not even my elder. So you have a woman that's younger than me asking me to do some shit that she knew needed to be done that I didn't. And had I not went outside, she would have never had the opportunity to ask me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, what makes you think that I owe you this obligation to turn off this water, and then you're going to get mad at me for asking you? So I can't ask you a question? See, that's something that my mom could pull, an aunt can pull, a grandma could pull. Maybe a woman that I was intimate with might be able to pull. But I'm not intimate with her. I don't know her. I haven't had 4 conversations with her in my life. Yet she felt offended at me asking her, why can't she do it? Well, see, the problem is, when she thinks of the answer as to why she can't do it, there's no reason why she can't do it. And then what she's doing is she's going through, well, what does that make me look like? Or that makes me look like a motherfucking bitch. oh, I look like a bitch to him. He thinks I look like a bitch. So now she says, you get on my nerves. Why? Because you realize that you're bullshit and all I did was ask you a question? See, that's why I love freedom of speech. Because, see, it's not always the shocking things you can say or the ideas that you can bring about. It's the fact that a lot of people don't think about what they say and what they do or what goes on around them. And they do too much to the point where it's the saying people used to have where they would say, you gotta read between the lines. Well, I tried that. I was reading a book. And so one line was like, the dog walked down the street. The line underneath was like, the dog saw a ball. Okay, so the dog walked down the street and the dog saw a ball. Now, if I try to read between the lines, there's nothing there. So what happens when you read nothing there? Well, you come up with your own interpretation of what that might be. But since the author didn't put anything in between the lines, what's between the lines is the shit you make up in your head on your own. And that's women's problem. They take what men say and they put womenese on it. See, men don't speak womenese. Men don't throw shade. Unless they was raised by them. Men don't throw shade. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that if you're talking to a man, you might have to fight. That's why you see a bunch of women hitting on men, talking about hit me, hit me, hit me, and they talk all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They expect men to go to battle for them when they don't want to go to battle for themselves. And if they do, they want to throw shade at a woman or go to battle with a man who they think is under the impression or under the guise or has the understanding that they should not hit a woman. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got news for you. The more gender equality you guys achieve, the more men fall back. Because, you know, since you don't need us, well, we're going to go some other place. We're going to go our own way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens. That's what's going on. But yeah, man, so chicks be, man, you know, be reading words that aren't there and having ideas based on what they think you might be thinking. And the problem is when they try to manipulate you, they know the truth. So then they think you know the truth, and then they get mad at you because they think you might know the truth. And the truth is that they got problems. You know what I'm saying? And they manipulate. And they try to use what they think you want against you. But the problem is that they never ask you what you want. You know? They never ask you that. Like I seen this video yesterday of this woman. Black men, we need you. You know what I'm saying? And the dude was clowning because it's a year-old video. Hold on. I like this song. I don't want to get YouTube to death. Yeah, he was bumping that old school. Don't ask my neighbor. And you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to hear that song and be like, he got that song in the background of his shit. So, you know, fuck with my channel. Not that I'm all big or nothing, but, you know, if it happens, it's too late. So, but anyway, man, so check it. I was on YouTube yesterday, man, and this dude was, he had a back and forth with this chick on this video, and he was explaining to her, well, it's too late to try to say that you need black men, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, the jig is up. We know the game. We know that you don't really want us. What's happening is Donald Trump is finna cut off that motherfucking welfare and that Section 8. And all these bitches that had that government assistance and didn't need no man because their man was Uncle Sam is finna get pimped the fuck slapped out. And so now they're gonna try to start being nice to men. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of sugaring going on, you know. And so they was going back and forth, and so I went to her video, and I asked her, because this is the question that I see all the time, is black men, we want you to do this for us, da 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 da. We need y'all. And so my question was, well,